Hello. It's been a while since I made a video, and I wanted to come back in and say I didn't want to make videos about hair or makeup. I just didn't feel connected to. I don't spend much time on my hair or my makeup, and so coming and making videos about something that I don't spend time on, there's really not much to say. My message would be just be who you are. Don't worry about anything. Just go. And there's so many videos on YouTube where people are talking about hair, people talking about makeup. They spend hours on their hair and their makeup. They put layers of stuff on their hair and their makeup, and that's just not my life. So I've been quiet about that, and I didn't know what else to come and share. But today my videos were playing automatically, and I found myself watching this video from a TED Talk that this woman made, and I'm going to try and get her information and put it on the screen. Where she's talking about beauty and finding herself beautiful. I forget the name of the TED Talk, but she talked about her transition through to where she was, where she appreciated herself, her beauty as a natural, a woman with natural hair, black woman with natural hair. And during her talk, she mentioned this search that she did. She went to Google Images and did a search on woman. And the images that came up were just like, she showed a picture of them, they were just like all white women. And then she did a search on beautiful women, and what came back was same type of search results, but then these women now had just a whole bunch of makeup and, were in provocative poses, etc. And I didn't believe it. I was like, come on, what kind of search were you doing? So I went ahead and opened up my Google images and did an image search on woman, and my goodness, I was shocked that yes, the results were 95% white women, and white women with a very specific type of look. I think we all know what the standard of beauty is that's pushed down all our throats, and that's pretty much what came back. And I don't know what the algorithm that Google uses is, and I really don't understand why that came back when you do a search on woman. But then when I did a search on beautiful women, I also saw exactly what she saw. Exact same thing. Maybe Beyonce was thrown in, and maybe you saw a picture of. I don't remember if Lupita came up at that point, but I think that maybe Lupita came up when I did a search for a global beautiful woman, because I just couldn't understand, okay, what search would return something that was more diverse. I mean, if you're an East Asian woman, good luck. There were women of, Indian, who looked like they were from India, Pakistan, and region, South Asian. But then there were hardly ever any images of women from Eastern Asia. Of course, no, talk about African diaspora, forget it. So I was just like shocked, and then I recognized that it's so important to come and make sure that your voice is included in the conversation. I don't do social media. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter, Instagram. I barely keep. I have a photo site that's a private site that I actually pay money for every month, every year, to keep that site so that I can control how people access the images. I am just very, very removed from the internet as much as possible. I actually am an IT professional, so it's a bit of a cuckoo thing that I'm trying to do. But I want to make sure that it's possible that I can control who sees my image. But I recognize now the importance of having your image out there. I don't know how many people, I don't understand, maybe there's a majority of people who are on the internet are of a certain color skin, and maybe that's why they're represented when you do a search that way, but I doubt that that's the case. But anyway, I think it's so important for my nieces who are 17 years old to be able to go and do a search and see images that's somewhat closer, have a closer resemblance to what they look like. And I don't think that's going to happen if I'm trying to just like stay a hermit from the internet. And I now understand the importance of having that voice out there. Even if it's one person who watches it, that one person might be the one person who has influence over 3 other people, or 2 other people, whoever. And I think it's important to share our voices because we have such diverse voices. I know that I'm so different from everyone else. I have issues with communication because of that difference, because I'm very honest, but I come from a completely different point of view. And I think that it's important to put that out there. And so that's why I'm here today, recording this video and urging other people that we really need to start this mission of making sure that we are represented. There's such a segregation in the world today. We think that we've made so many strides since the 60s, but we have so far to go still. And the only way that we can make that change is to make sure that we, as a people, a diverse people of otherness, us other people, and I don't think this is limited to race, gender, sexuality, religion. This is really about otherness being represented in media and the world. And otherness is desperate right now, needing our help. And I urge everyone who can show their otherness to come and do exactly that. For my nieces, for our children, for our sisters, for our brothers, for our sons, to understand the importance of who they are. Because seeing yourself represented makes such a difference to who you believe you are. You have to be really strong to know that you are someone, even though the world doesn't even show that you exist. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Have a nice day. Until the next time, be beautiful. Bye.